Hi, we are back. Cook Like a German. Has been a while. We are in a different kitchen here. Actually, we are in a kitchen from my mother-in-law. She's sitting there doing some artwork, and believe it or not, she's 99.5, almost 100 years old. Right? How old are you?
99.
That's right. And so it's her kitchen. We are not in our Port Liberty, Jersey City area anymore. We moved in to help her for the next years she still has. And we will do a little bit different. We are cooking here, we are going to other kitchens, friends, finishing up stuff. And to start it out, I wanted to do the cook around the world, and we will. But I had some discussion with some people from Pennsylvania who think like German kitchen is the cooking is all the same. It's not. So that's why I have our 16 glorious states here. And we are starting out with Baden-Württemberg. Down here, one of the founding states, and we are going alphabetically. It's actually turkey time in America right now. And it's Thanksgiving, and we are having it with our friends, which are also foreigners, and none of us is really big into turkeys. So Baden-Württemberg, what I had in mind, because my relatives are from Bavaria, is a Franconian pork roast. The difference in Baden-Württemberg between the Franconian way and some other areas in Baden-Württemberg is this one will be crusted and nicely baked in an oven, while the other way is more like having it like smoked and actually cooked with more liquid. That gives us this reddish type of show when it is done, the finish. This will be a really nice crusted diamond crust fat. We call it rind here in America. So the fat part will be nice and crusty. All right, so let's see what we are doing here. We're having I would say 8-pound pork roast, a shoulder roast, we call it here. The interesting thing is what this should be in Baden-Württemberg is called a Schäufle. And a Schäufle is actually a small shovel. Schaufel is shovel in German, and Schäufle means a small. And why is it? There's a bone in here. There's a bone in this pork roast. When this is all roasted and cut, you end up with a bone what is literally formed like a little kid Schäufle. So the name Schäufle in Baden-Württemberg. And that's what we are trying to replicate. It's not quite the same cut what we have in Baden-Württemberg in Germany, but it comes very close. So what we will do is we will roast this in this fantastic Smithy American brand cast iron pan with this giant lid, what is going really, really hot in temperature right now. And so we will brown the whole roast after we cut the diamond cut. To show you what a diamond cut looks like is you need a sharp knife. People use a carpet knife, but I prefer a real knife. And what you do is you cut the rind. You cut it in this direction, and then you will cut it in this direction. So it will look like diamonds, like 4-corner squares. And we get to it when we are done with this. This will be in the hot pan with a little bit of oil. We need a stew. We need a stew sauce type of thing in there. And what we have here is sweet peppers, an onion, yellow onion, 1 potato is fine. This is actually fennel. Fennel is good in sauce. And this here is celery root, a couple champignons we call them, but just mushrooms. And here it's that's also celery, 1 carrot, green onion. Here's an interesting thing. If you take this and you cut this piece off, what you can't eat anyway, and you stick it with the root into the soil, you're getting this the whole year through. Winter, everything. I just cut this. It's almost December. Monday is December. I cut this just from outside, and we are at the East Coast, New York time, so pretty cold, but it grows and grows and grows. So you get free green like out of one of those things. This will go small cut, not really, don't go overboard, it goes in and will be like discarded later anyway. It goes into our pan, and then we will after we season it, we will baste it, and we need a strong beer. I have here a Poland Porter, what has the quality of 9.5% alcohol. Not so important, will be burned off, but it's dark and it's hoppy and it is sweet, so it will work with the caramelization. All right, so I decided instead of going with the big oven, because it's 7 pound, 8 pound, so it fits in my Brava. I mean, this is it's known in USA. I don't know how much they are in the European market. I have this thing since they came out, like my wife gave it to me, I would say like almost 8-9 years ago. But I show you something, and be careful when you pan in here, it will be bright. Those are quartz lights. The oven completely cooks with light. The heat source is light, and it's amazing. You're going in 2-3 minutes from nothing to 400-500 degrees. This thing, we had it, someone switched it on, and I had a silicone mat in there, it disintegrated. That's how hot it gets. So this will be our cooking sauce, because it just fits in this little tiny pan, but it's perfect. So we don't have to heat up the whole house. Now, I owe you a couple ingredients. And it's very basic. This is not only Baden-Württemberg, that is for a lot of those roasts, how I know them. And beer, roasted pork, boy, in Bavaria, when I was a kid, you step into a kitchen with a charcoal fireplace and what they use for heating and cooking, beautiful smell. You always need some stock. You can use beef stock, you can use chicken stock, you can make your own stock, but depends how much time. Making stock takes a while, but this is good, and you need the beer. So the ratio is maybe a little bit more stock than beer. I wouldn't call it 50-50, but let's call it 60-40. And black pepper, always black pepper, a couple cloves. Sorry, a little fast.
It's okay.
I prefer sea salt. Of course, bay leaves, Lorbeerblätter. Everyone uses those in sauces. Paprika. I use a little bit of rosemary. You don't need to, but I like the flavor very well. Minced garlic this time because I'm out of cloves. So, but minced garlic works as well. Just don't burn it. Little parsley. And here is a German touch. Caraway seed. Kümmel. Caraway. Germans love it. Or at least my family, the people I know, they love it in roasts. And caraway, not only does it taste beautiful, it also helps you with digesting the food. So that's always a good thing. So what we are doing next is I will cut the diamond cuts. I will flavor it with paprika, salt, pepper. Very simple. I will with a little bit vegetable oil. We'll fry the outsides a little bit, and then it goes into the pan. But first we fry a little bit of the vegetables, and they go in the pan. And the roast, we don't use a roast iron like a tray or anything. No, the roast goes right on top of the vegetables, and then we fill the liquid so it just touches the bottom. But what is very important, don't get that wrong, the rind, the fat has to be upside. So because we are going for 3 to 4 hours slow cooking, 350 Fahrenheit, with the fat facing up, no foil. After this we will increase to 450 and get the browning going on. In between we drink a little bit beer, and we put of course a little bit beer on our little roast. I have this fancy little tiny baster, very turkey-like, very Thanksgiving, but we will use it to get our juice and put it all over our roast over the time frame of 4 to 5 hours slow cooking. This is what we call a diamond cut. You see all the squares. I mean, you're going like diagonal and then opposite diagonal. And this opens it up, and we will flavor it, seasoning it, and then sear it in the cast iron pan from Smithy's, what I love a lot. But I show you what knife I used. I see online people using like carpet knives. That's okay, but this was done with Smith Brothers. This is a set I got from my wife. It's called, actually, I don't have it here. It's actually my barbecue set. They are wicked sharp, very sharp, and they're doing this cut in no time. And all right, a couple things. We seasoned our little Schäufle and we cut it, and now it will be seared in this cast iron pan. This needs once in a while seasoning, and we will make on my YouTube channel, Cook Like a German, an extra episode where you can see how you actually can at home season your pans very well. They do take everything. You can put them on the barbecue, just don't leave them overnight with water or all that. It's cast iron, so it can corrode, and then you have to clean it and all that stuff. But first, let's get that little guy in. Start out with one side while I explain to you what we want to make with it. On my YouTube channel already we have Bavarian Semmelknödel. Those are bread dumplings. They are very similar like in other states like Baden-Württemberg. I know you use a lot of potato dumplings as well, and I will make a segment if I haven't yet for that. But we use the Bavarian style potato dumplings. We use red cabbage, homemade red cabbage. You can do what I did here, that was a whole head. You cut it and freeze it, and now it is ready to be cooked. I do like to cook it with a little cider vinegar. We have, I think, another section of this already on my channel, but this will be done most likely at our friend's house, and we can make one if we don't have the information for it. Also, what we want to do is, this here is the part 1. So today we film the preparation here, and tomorrow, Thanksgiving, we are going and then driving to my friend, and in her kitchen we will finishing off and take it from there. Sometimes in the other states we will follow with their speciality. We do the same, or with other friends in other places. We will see. All right, now we are searing all sides of our roast, and when that is done, we are taking the roughly cut vegetables, put them and sear them very quickly, not cooking through, no need. Then we put it, the vegetable first in the pan, the roasting pan, roast on top, cooking liquid being beer and stock, and then 4 hours 350 in the oven. We are back to searing our roast. It's almost done. We want all the sides. It doesn't need much on the sides. You hold it for a couple minutes so it closes up, so the juices are not running out when it cooks a long time in the oven. And my Brava oven has a thermometer what I can attach, and we are shooting for an internal, like let's say 175 degrees, but we check that later. And also keep an eye on it, that it is nice and basted. But that's pretty much a safe temperature. So now we are turning it around. The idea is only searing. We are not cooking this giant roast right now. It's just closing the pores. All right. So our roast is prepped for its 4-hour, 5-hour journey. Nicely browned, good to go. We are giving the vegetables in the same pan a little searing as well. And I put a little bit paprika and pepper salt, but I want to also introduce this. It's a blend, Kinder's. It's a big grocery chain store where you can buy it. You can buy it most likely here, everywhere. Salt, pepper, garlic. What I like is normally I don't use pre-made spices because they have too much salt and I don't know what's in it. This is really salt, pepper, garlic, and the salt content is 8%. What is, if you don't use a lot of salt in your food, pretty much what you need, not more, not 30% like soups. And this goes now into our roasting pan. This goes on top, liquids on, in the oven and go. Here we go. We have the vegetables in this throwaway pan, and I seasoned it a little bit, and I added garlic and lorbeerblätter, bay leaves, and now we are adding the braising liquid, the stock. So put this here, a little bit over, put this there, measure a little bit the liquid level. Okay, it's almost to the bottom of the meat. So now some good old 9.5% dark beer. Now it reached a little bit, so the bottom is actually really in the liquid now. So this goes now for 4 hours into our Brava. All right, in it goes. This is hot, actually 350 degrees Fahrenheit right now. Button, 4 hours in. Here we go. All right, the roast is in now. We estimate around 4 hours. In between we check. I don't have the sensor on now. I most likely use just for this production here a regular thermometer, what I stick in 2 hours, see how we're progressing. Like I said, we want to get most likely close to 175. I have the little baster, what I will use to baste the roast in between. And there's more beer, but also will go on top to make it nice caramelized. All right, the roast is roasting for 4 hours. I will see you tomorrow for the second part when we finish everything. You also will see some kick-ass cakes my wife made, German recipes, very good stuff. Raspberry and a nice cranberry cake. So you will see this too, and the sides. Happy Thanksgiving.